Good morning. It is our last day in Munich and we have packed up. We're getting ready to go to breakfast and then headed to Dachau concentration camp. We just appreciate so much when hotels or Airbnbs offer to hold our backpacks for us because we don't travel till 9 p.m. tonight. So we would literally have to have our backpack on our back for like 12 hours, which would be really miserable. So we just dropped our backpacks off at the hotel, checked out, and now we're headed to breakfast.
Some office warehouse courtyard because Janella really needed to sit down to eat, and this was the first available bench.
Also, on our way here, we saw a line of people still at the club. Like, people are still partying. That blows my mind. It's 9:30 a.m. Made it to Dacau, except we got off the wrong bus stop, so we're walking 5 minutes to the very front entrance. But it was about a 30-minute trek over here from the city, but to get into the concentration camp is free, so definitely worth the visit out here.
We have purchased our audio guides. They were €4 a piece, and I think there are like probably 50 or 60 different spots that correspond with the audio guide, so I'm sure we're going to learn a ton today. This road right here was only discovered in 2004, so not really that long ago. And this is the road that the prisoners would have to walk from the railroad station. You can see the railway lines into the front of the concentration camp.
This concentration camp was only supposed to hold up to 6,000 prisoners. At the end of the war, they found 32,000 prisoners living in here. This entire courtyard was used as the area for roll call that would occur every single morning and for about 1 hour. They were forced to just stand here. This roll call area could hold up to 50,000 prisoners. We just spent 2 hours in the museum in the administration building, learning what happened to the prisoners the minute that they entered Dachau, all the way to the very, very end of the fall of Dachau, and what happened to the prisoners at the very end. And whew, now we are at the gates surrounding the property. So to start, when the prisoners entered Dachau, they first went to the administration building and were forced to record their names, leave all their belongings behind, undress, take a shower, and then they were given the famous striped clothing. What's really sad is that when these prisoners were taken from their home, they took some of their most valuable possessions because they weren't sure when they were coming home. And so when they came to Dachau, they had to get rid of all of those valuables, which usually were just stolen by one of the guards, and they were never seen again. We are now headed across the courtyard to the barracks where the prisoners lived. Used to be one of these barracks on every single one of these little plots of land, all the way to the wall and all the way on that side. When this camp was liberated, they destroyed all of these, and I think that they rebuilt one of these just to kind of show us what life would be like in the barracks and a representation of what the living conditions were like. There are a total of 28 barracks between the two sides. Whew. I think the audio guide said that one barrack held 2,000 prisoners when it should have only really held 200. It's horrible. Seeing the crematorium was a little too much to handle. I decided not to film that because, out of respect, there's just no need to film that. But we walked through the crematorium, we walked through the gas chambers. You just don't even want to think that that could happen to somebody. It's horrible. I think that was the last thing that we're gonna see in this concentration camp. I think our tour is over. I'm sorry that the mood quickly changed on this vlog, but I think it was important for us to come see it. One, it's very humbling. It's just so crazy that something like this happened. Taylor is at a complete loss of words. I'm trying to at least convey the emotion that I'm feeling throughout. So we're gonna head back towards Munich. We're gonna check out the Nymphenburg Palace. We have chosen not to figure out if we can go in or not. We just really wanted to see its beauty in person.
What's the purpose of this palace?
I have no idea. I'm sure this was the residence of the Bavarian royalty at some point. One of the last things that we need to do is get Taylor a hard rock pin from Munich. So we are headed back towards the city. We got our bags back, and now we're headed to the airport to see what the Munich lounge has to offer us. made it to the lounge and I'm in my own queue. I am in my happy place now. Good night. Thank you very much. What else did you find over there?
There's all sorts of breads and croissants and pretzels and cheeses and looks like tomato basil soup.
Pretzels? Croissants? We just spent a lovely 2 hours in the lounge and now we are headed to the gate. So sad. I don't want to go home. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy our videos and want to see more, make sure to hit the red subscribe button in the bottom right corner of the screen now.